Clear as crystal it flows, and from your throne it goes.
John 16, Jesus is speaking to the disciples saying, these things are all going to happen. And he has been with them for some time. He's been healing the sick. He's been casting out devils. He's been raising the dead, calming the storms, multiplying food. But they still didn't get who he was. So he says, I'm going to go and I will send the Comforter because you guys are not getting what I'm saying. And when the Comforter comes, he will guide you in all truth. So it's very interesting. Jesus says that he's going to the Father and he's in the bosom of the Father. So everything that he has, he will share with us. John 16 verse 15. Everything that my Father has is mine. And this is the reason why I told you that he will take of my own and show it to you. So what does Jesus get from the Father? What does Jesus see when he looks at the Father? Does he see fear, condemnation, rejection, separation? He sees love, companionship, fellowship. From the beginning there was fellowship and companionship. So it says, when the Holy Spirit comes, he will guide you in all truth. When you read from verse 8, it says, and when he is come, he will rebuke the world concerning sin, concerning righteousness, and concerning judgment. So those three words together don't really make sense. When you read it in the Greek, it says, and when he is come, he will reprove the world. So when I reprove you, I say what you're actually doing is wrong. So what you actually done here, I'm going to reprove it. You've been wrong. So what I believe is saying is, and when he's come, he will reprove you and show you that you are wrong about sin. You are wrong about righteousness and you are wrong about judgment. You are wrong about sin because you don't want to know me. To them they believed that Jesus was healing on the Sabbath. You can't heal on the Sabbath. But he said, the sin is not knowing me. That is sin. And he says, concerning righteousness, because I go to my Father and you'll not see me again. The righteousness, Jesus is the righteousness. So he says, I'm going to the Father and I am the righteousness. You cannot climb to God. You can't walk the religious stairs, do the activity, and try and please God. I am the righteousness. And he speaks about judgment. And his judgment seat, it's all about him. He is the deal breaker. Jesus is Lord. So he says, this is all based on a relationship with me. But you don't want to know me, and that is your sin. What is the mark of the Holy Spirit? What is the role of the Holy Spirit in your life? When you pray for people, what happens is the Holy Spirit anoints Jesus. It shows Jesus in their life. So if you think about John 16, where Jesus says the Holy Spirit will tell you of all truth, and the Holy Spirit reveals Jesus. If that is the truth, and the Holy Spirit is showing you who Jesus is, then your sin is when you don't believe in him. Your sin is you don't believe in him. The righteousness is that he is the righteousness and he is the judgment. And the judgment is all based on relationship. And you see like that. It's all about relationship. There's no logic in this. It's about him and his love, and that you are included in this love. There's nothing you could have done to undo this. This was a decision. So if you say this was only written to the Christians, who is upholding the rest? If God says, I'm one with them, who is he not one with? The question is, are you getting in line, or are you not? The presence of God brings heaven, and the presence of God also brings hell to people. I'm not saying there's not a place when we die where we go to, but it's much broader than we think.